Bow. Grr, bow. MUNFU Proffitt, man. So I'm gonna bring it back to the old school, back to the talking videos, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna definitely mix in a little reaction to this as well. But so you recently know, Bang, Eminem Bang has recently dropped a leak. Now, we heard the original Eminem Bang verse. We know Eminem, you know, on the original song he was going crazy. He was going crazy. We know that. We know he was, you know, taking shots at Iggy and just, he mentioned a lot of people. Well, recently the song leaked. He had a couple shots more at Machine Gun Kelly. Also had a couple more shots at Joe Budden. Now, the thing is like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is how I felt. I never reacted to the song, right? But I'm here now. You know what I mean? And I listened to the song and stuff like that. To be completely honest with you, I felt like this verse was a lot better than the original Bang verse. The original Bang verse, honestly, my biggest gripe about the original Bang verse was, one, kind of his flow, and two, I kind of wasn't feeling the beat switch, to be just fair. Like, I liked it. I thought it was, you know, decent. It just wasn't my favorite M verse. Now, fast forward to this song, the way the beat didn't switch and Eminem's effectiveness to like really, he was shooting. He was busting 100%. We all know that. We all know Eminem was busting on this. He had the Joe Budden broke line. That was lit. He also had the Run for Migos line as well. Fast forward Joe's response. Now, I'm going to be 100 with you. I have said that me and Screw, if you know Screw Fajon, I'm sure you do, have had conversations about this multiple times. You know what I mean? And we talked about kind of the hesitantness and kind of the scarediness of how Joe is. And, you know, coming into the situation, I was like, to be honest with you, I think it's time for Joe to respond. At some point, you start to look like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times are you going to get punched in the mouth before you decide that, hey, I'm going to say anything? Now, he responded on Joe Budden podcast, which I assume he would. It kind of frustrated me. I'll be 100. We're gonna play a little bit of this, right?
I'm a great typer. I can't read, but I can type.
Look at Rory. Brother, I got mad eager.
Am I Serato?
Eager. You got that in you. He had an eagerness in it. Some other music leaked out this week. What leaked out, Parks? Look at Rory type. I didn't even know Rory types 90 words a minute.
I'm a great typer. I'm a great typer. I can't read, but I can type.
Look at Rory. Brother, I got to wonder if Rory could type. No wonder you got kicked off the track team.
See, this is why I started getting a little frustrated, right? The reason why I started getting a little frustrated is because you can tell like his kind of condescending undertone a little bit. You know what I mean? He's being passive aggressive right now with even the way he mentioned it, which kind of annoyed me.
For typing?
Yeah. Stop typing. What is you doing? Nigga, run.
It's triggering. What was the name of this record?
Bang, I believe.
You trying to trigger me.
No.
They knew the name of the record, 100%.
Okay. Whatever.
All right, man. He said fuck your whole network.
Rory, you
I hear
just
a peep
typed
from
in
you.
mad words and you're not playing audio?
I wanted to hear your response.
No, play it first.
Yeah, play first and then he'll battle back.
Now I
get it why Buttons, bro. Because you're pressing me.
Hey! I'm Budden!
Now, we know Joe's a little jokester, right? But just that immediate response was, it was insecurity. Like, it was 100% insecurity. Like, you know, it just, he knew what he was saying. And I kind of felt like that's corny. Because, like, you're a rapper and, like, this dude is really taking, like, real life shots at you. So it's kind of like, put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it. But we're going to keep listening a little bit.
And you broke.
They're like, you
that
know,
was an ecstatic laugh,
you know,
from the side. Like, I heard that shit. Nigga just gonna
A lot
laugh
of
in my
emotion behind
face.
that laugh, right?
Yeah, I say I'm Budden and that just gets a ha-ha. Wow.
Wait, so for clarity, was he sticking Oscars in your wazoo or was it in John's wazoo?
It was in John's waz.
see, and okay, I'm a probably, I don't know, I might play a little bit more, but see, that's the kind of stuff that frustrates me about Joe, is because it's like you know, you in a group full of people and they're all laughing at the situation, and now part of me feels like they want to laugh at Joe too, because I think they kind of feel like, okay, well, when are you going to respond? But the other part of me feels like they're making jokes in light of the situation to kind of, you know, take away from what M was really saying. And like, to me, it's corny, bruh. Because it's like, you're a rapper, Joe. We all know that you're a rapper, Joe. So when you say that you're a rapper and then you're the lyrical, and you know, and a lot more of this, I listened to the rest of the thing earlier, but the thing about it was like, you know, he's like, Joe went on this whole tirade about how he was better than Eminem. And like, my thing is, I'm not mad at that. You know, I respect that 100%. If you feel like you better than Eminem, that's fine. You feel me? Like, anybody can feel like they're better than anybody. So I'm not going to take that away from Joe. But then when your response to you getting dissed in rap is responding on your podcast, that's not fair. Because we know that you're a rapper, you claim to be a rapper, and then you put yourself in situations like this, and now your response is kind of like hiding your hands. It's like you cast a stone and then hide your hands. You can't talk about him and then be like, well, I'm not a rapper. So it's like, no, bro, you're a rapper. Well, you're a rapper first. We know Joe Budden the rapper, then Joe Budden the podcaster, that's fine, but like, you don't have to make a record like, you know, for some regular stuff, but when people are constantly dissing, especially people that you're involved with, you know what I'm saying? He's like, he goes into like how Slaughterhouse, his you know, his brothers don't feel like they're on that right now, and he doesn't even think Eminem's on that right now just because this is a leaked version of the song and it didn't actually come out. Because they asked him, they said, Joe, do you feel like, you know, you should respond because it's an older, you know what I mean, like song? And he's like, no, but it's like, that's a cop-out, I feel like, because you wouldn't have responded if that was a newer song, because he did diss you in more recent times, and you haven't said anything. So it's like, when does that end? You know what I mean? And like, you know, I like Joe Budden. I respect Joe Budden a lot and like what he does, and I followed his podcast for years and stuff like that, but like, I stopped listening to Joe Budden a while ago because I started to feel like he was using his platform in a weird way sometimes. And also, I didn't really like how Rory and Mal kind of like, I'm not saying not back him because that's their homie, so I know that they're supposed to do that, right? But I don't like how they won't correct Joe. Even if it's off air, there's certain things that Joe Budden does that, like, I wouldn't allow. Like, that's, like, dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a dangerous thing sometimes when, you know, you're getting... Basically, what I'm saying all that to say this. You can't cast a stone and hide your hands, period. And when you're an internet personality, everything that you say on the internet can and will be used against you. You feel me? So, like... Don't put yourself in a position where you have a lot of energy for people, and then when you run into people, that's not your energy. Because if M is on that type of time, he's telling you he's on that type of time. So just because you're saying that you don't want to type acknowledge it, doesn't give him the out to just be like, oh, well, you know, I'm above that. Like, no, you're not. You know what I mean? You're a rapper first, and somebody's attacking you. Even if it's not, he's attacking your manhood. Like, bro, we're talking about him has... talked about him being domestic violence, like a lot of different situations where I'm like, yo, like if this was somebody saying that to your face, would you not have an issue? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just say stuff like that and get away with it. So it's kind of like, it's a cop-out. That's how I feel. All in all, I feel like it's a cop-out and I feel like it's not fair. I'm not saying that Joe Budden, he should have been responded. But this is kind of the nail in the coffin for me to be like, all right, man, you move a little funny. You move funny. Like, we have to acknowledge that at this point because, you know, the banter going on back and forth about, you know, the situation. It's like, yeah, you're not going to acknowledge it. But, like, bro, when are you going to be serious? You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know, man. It's weird, bro. Like, this is hip-hop. And, like, you're going to have to be a part of hip-hop if you're in it. And... you know, critiques are for critics, that's fine. But, like, you got to also stand up for yourself, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like M has effectively made it known that he got an issue with Joe Budden. Period. He's made that clear. It's clear as day. And Joe Budden needs to figure out a way to handle that in the laws of hip-hop. And not use his platform as his response tool. He can respond on his platform, but he needs to get on him. He needs to get on the mic, period. Or else Joe Budden should not be, like, to be honest, he shouldn't be respected as a hip-hop artist. Like, if that's the case, then we gonna have to snatch his honor. You know what I mean? Because you gotta, if somebody punch you in the mouth, bro, you punch him back, period. That's what we're here for. I don't know, man. Let me know how you feeling in the comment section. You know, I was a little more chill, but I had to get my thoughts out about this. I felt a little way. So, I think Joe Budden needs to get on the record. That's a fact. Let me know how you feel in the comment section, though. What did you think of the Bang verse in comparison as well to the original one? You think this is what he should have dropped? And why do you think he didn't drop this version? What makes you think, you know, what makes you think he changed it? And why? Let me know, man. MUNFU Proffitt. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe. Bow.